Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. USN and Iranian forces have clashed in the Gulf, and the UAE came under renewed attack, endangering a month-old ceasefire and shaking hopes for a diplomatic solution to the crisis. US President Donald Trump said 3 US Navy destroyers were attacked as they moved through the strait. He said there was no damage to the destroyers, but great damage done to the Iranian attackers. Trump later told reporters the ceasefire was still in effect. Iran's top joint military command accused the US of violating the ceasefire by targeting an Iranian oil tanker and another ship, and of carrying out air attacks on civilian areas on Qeshm Island in the Strait of Hormuz and nearby coastal areas. US military naval units operating near the Strait of Hormuz have come under Iranian missile fire after the US military allegedly attacked an Iranian oil tanker. Iranian state media claimed US vessels were forced to retreat after sustaining damage. Iran's semi-official news agency reported that 3 US destroyers near the Strait of Hormuz were targeted by the Iranian Navy. US CENTCOM said Iranian forces launched multiple missiles, drones and small boats as the USS Truxtun, USS Rafael Peralta and USS Mason transited the Strait of Hormuz toward the Gulf of Oman. It said no US assets were struck. The US military has carried out strikes on Iran's Qeshm port and Bandar Abbas. A Fox News reporter, citing a senior US official, said the strikes did not mean the war was restarting or that the April 7th ceasefire had ended. The Fars news agency said residents heard multiple blasts near Bandar Abbas, though the exact source and location remained unclear. It later reported that parts of the commercial section of Bahman Pier were hit during what it described as an exchange of fire between Iranian armed forces and enemy forces.
Meanwhile, the United States and Iran are reportedly inching closer to a temporary agreement aimed at halting the war and easing tensions in the Strait of Hormuz. The emerging plan focuses on a short-term memorandum rather than a full peace deal, with key disputes over Iran's nuclear program still unresolved. Pakistan has taken a leading mediation role, with officials in Islamabad saying they expect an agreement sooner rather than later. Markets reacted positively, with oil prices falling sharply on hopes that Gulf shipping disruptions could ease. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has said that he recently held a 2.5-hour meeting with Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei, offering the first public account of direct contact since Khamenei was severely wounded at the start of the US-Israeli war on Iran in February. Khamenei's condition and ability to govern remain largely unclear, with no public images or recordings released since the conflict began. The United Arab Emirates has quietly resumed limited oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, with tankers reportedly switching off tracking systems to avoid Iranian attacks. Industry sources say Abu Dhabi National Oil Company exported at least 6 million barrels of crude in April, despite ongoing regional tensions.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.